Hey folks, today is April the 7th. It's currently 9:24 in the morning. As you guys can see here, we currently have the Intelligent Trade Finder up here, right hand corner of our screen. I've gone through the back office and looked over how everything is supposed to work. And I'm going to pull that up for you guys right now. As I showed you in yesterday's video, come down here to the Trade Assistant, click on Access Trade Assistant. And that'll take you to this page. I watched the videos yesterday and I read the manual as well. I'll let you guys see that in a moment. And actually, this is exactly how it works. Hopefully you guys were able to hear that noise. I can hear it pretty much from anywhere in my house, so I'm sure you heard it. All right. And basically what this is it's telling us that a trade opportunity has presented itself. So right here, GBP USD, we're under zero, all reds here, little red bar, little green bar. All right, so basically it's just telling us that, as I just said, a trade opportunity is setting up. And that's basically your cue to come back to your computer and take a look at what's happening on the screen and see if it's a trade that you want to be a part of. Because as you can see, we don't yet have the red bar, but we have literally everything else in place right now. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the white line is just under the purple line, and this light blue line here is slightly under that yellow line. So we don't have the but actually we have a red arrow right here. So all we're waiting on now is to see if this is gonna close as a red bar. You can also set this to email you and as well as send you text messages. I'll show you guys the back office in a moment, but basically all I have to do is press yes and it'll enter this trade. And I'm actually going to test it here in a moment if we get the proper setup here. And as you can see, it has it set up for a 17.6 pip take profit as well as a 17.6 pip stop 1-to-1, which is what I have it set for. And actually, let's go ahead and take a look at what some of the other pairs are doing here. Potential support down here. And I haven't actually taken a trade using this yet, so you guys will be able to see it for the first time with me. This would have been a nice trade to take if I had been here to watch it, but I wasn't. And here's that AUD USD box that I had clicked no on, but as you guys can see again, we got the little red hand pointing down. Everything is telling us that the market should be going short, and this actually looks like a better setup to me if it breaks this level, which it looks like it's going to. All right, let's get back to a GBP USD. All right, we have 2 minutes to go until this bar ends. But yeah, while we're waiting on that, let me come back over here. All right, we can read a couple of these. I want to thank you sincerely for the ITF. I feel it's the bread and butter of the TR profit system. All right, I can't seem to download the PDF. Congrats, Toshko. This looks like a winner. Never had much luck with these TAs, but this one seems to be really good. All right, hi, Tosh. I just tried to click a signal almost immediately after the signal appeared, but the entry was not affected on the MT4. I think then problems, I think he's trying to say, I think the problem comes from your broker. All right. How fast must I accept the signal after the signal appears? The right way is to know which pairs are tradable in front and then look for signals on them only. This way you will be faster. ITF won't accept and place entry once conditions are changed. Sir, how to set up to send emails, contact them, contact Skype. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on here now. All right, we have 10 seconds to go. Now, it's possible we're going to get some support at this level, so this is just going to be a test. All right, I just basically want to see what happens when I click yes and how it sets things up. There it is. Now we're going to click yes. All right, so as it closed, we got a couple other, but we'll go ahead and lock these down here first. Let's go ahead and close those out. GBP, Japanese yen. Let me take a look at that. Wow, that looks really good. Only problem is this level right beneath it. All right, let's keep our focus here. Click on yes and see what happens. All right, so as you guys just saw, it placed our entry in automatically. Once we clicked yes, placed our stops in, placed our take profit in. So this is actually a really good software to help. It doesn't automate everything, but it does make it a lot simpler once you get it set up here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other pairs here. Potential support right there at that level. But if it gets beneath it, that might be a good trade. And again, you only get these pop-ups or the emails or whatever you have it set for when there is a clear trade set up. And this right here would have been a great trade to take. As you can see here, we were able to pass this level here. Big green bars, all twos down here. This would have been a beautiful setup. If I'd popped over to look at it, I probably would have taken this one. Because this level right here, as you guys can see, will most likely be used as support at some point. All right, let's keep going here. GBP, Japanese yen. Again, this is a level of support. Wouldn't have wanted to take that right there. And lastly, AUD, USD. We got through this level. And the same situation, when the market does come back up, this is probably going to be used as resistance, this level right here. So that should be interesting. This would have been another ideal trade. The trade I took obviously wasn't as solid as this one, but again, this is just a test here, just to see. Just wanted to see how this worked and what it did once I entered my order here. But if I was going to take a trade, it would have been either this one or that long setup here. But we'll go ahead and watch this. And as you can see, it tells us our stop and take profit, tells us our goal here. Conservative sell. That means all the indicators were lined up at the time that I took the trade. All right, let's take a look back over here real quick. All right. Many thanks for the ITF. Looking forward to using it. Quick question on one of the setups as regards to the different magic numbers. All right. Magic number. You don't have to change that or mess with it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the manual here. Just want you guys to get a feel for it before you actually jump into the system itself. You can see right here we have all of the definitions for the different things in the back office with it, or the settings with it, excuse me. And that's pretty much what the manual covers. Just the settings and things of that nature. Look at the size of that red bar. This would have been a beautiful trade to take. I hate I didn't tick over here and look at it. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, this is just a test just to see what happens with this one. Stop should be there. Feel more comfortable with it there. Take profit 1-to-1. As you guys can see here with this trade, look at this. Tiny red bars. Obviously, if I was actually trading, I definitely would not have taken this trade. Realistically, we want to see something like this. Big red bars. In a situation like this, we definitely have a potential level of resistance right above us. So that would have been a great trade. This one, not so much. All right, let me pause it and see if I can pull up. Hold on one moment, guys. All right, I wanted to pull up the Intelligent Trade Finder settings area. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't showing my receipt number and stuff like that. So as you guys can see, these are the settings that you have the opportunity to manipulate. I have my lot size set to 0.05. You can change that to whatever you want, or you can use it or set it so that it risks a certain percentage of your account on each trade. Right here, risk percentage. You can set that to 2% or whatever you choose. All right, magic number, you leave that the same. Stop loss, take profit. You can set this yourself right here. Or you can use dynamic stop loss and take profit easily. That's what I have it set for right here, set to true. And as you guys can see, dynamic stop loss take profit ratio, it's set for 1-to-1. Max stop loss is set to 10. Minimum stop loss is set to 10. Max stop loss is set to 50. You can also use swing trailing. You can use the TR edge to close the trade, close on reversal. There are quite a few settings. Sound alert here, email alert, push notification. And as I said earlier, email alert is where it'll send you an email letting you know that a trade is setting up. Sound alert is where it gives that beeping noise that you guys heard. Push notification is where it'll send the signal to your cell phone. All right, that's everything I wanted to touch on there. And we're just waiting to see what this trade is going to do. All right, looks like that one got stopped out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and count that, even though I was just testing it. This is trade number 18, and this is our third loss. So we've now had 3 losses with TR Profit System. You guys might choose not to accept it or count it, but it is what it is. It's a trade I took with the system, even though it was a test. So, all right, let's go ahead and pause it, and we'll look for a setup now. All right, folks, GBP USD, we just got this conservative buy order here. We have the option of checking it to see if it's a trade we want to take. A moment ago, we took a conservative sell around this area here. And as you can see, we had these little tiny red bars, and it wasn't really a strong signal. But now we have larger green bars. Market was able to break this level here. All right, we're already at 14 minutes. So we'll wait for this bar to close and decide whether or not we want to look at taking this trade. As I said, all greens were above zero. Green bar, skinny red bar, green arrow, blue line's above the yellow line. White line is above the purple line. So if this closes as an up bar, that'll be my signal to go ahead and jump in. All right, be back in 4 minutes and we'll see what happens. All right, folks, let's see what happens here. We got about a second before this ends. Obviously, it's going to end as an up bar. So let's go ahead and jump in it. There's a level right here I don't trust, so I'm going to look at possibly taking two orders. One is going to be taken off here, and another is going to be taken off higher. I don't want it to be at the exact same price. I won't be able to move it, so just waiting on it to either come down a little or come up a little. There it is. And actually, it looks like it's at the exact same spot. That's not good. See, this is the problem that I often have. Once I do this, it won't let me actually alter it the way I want to. They're too close together. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, so we'll just leave this here since I'm not able to alter the second order. Maybe if I make it bigger, let's try that. Alright, I can see the second order here. Let's see if that, yep, that did it. So I can push this up, pull this down right around there. And let's try that again with this next one. Nice, okay. All right, now we can make it smaller again. Place our stops down here. This is where the system says our stop should be, and we'll go ahead and give it a 1-to-1 here. All right, now we're set up. Right now we're in the middle of a little pullback. My hope is that it'll find some support, bounce off of it, and continue pushing up. All right, we're at 18 minutes already, and I haven't really done much of anything yet, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'll come back momentarily. Hey, folks, we're going to go ahead and take 10 pips here if we can get it. This is going to be one of our orders. I really just want to get rid of one of them. I would move the stop up, but honestly, I'm not even sure which one of these stops belongs to this order at this point. I usually try to keep them pretty in sync, but that did not happen this time. Wow, that's pretty interesting. It shows your take profit and stop loss here. That's pretty neat. I wonder if I move this up a little if it'll alter it. Yep. So now you can see it's 9.7. Very interesting. I didn't know that. All right. Also, if you want to get rid of this, all you have to do is press that button and it disappears. And if you want to get rid of it completely, just press auto trading and it'll remove it. Got this nice push up here, but as I stated earlier, I knew we were going to have some resistance here. So we might just have to be a little patient with this trade and see what we can do. I definitely want to go ahead and get part of it off at this level just in case we get a full reversal here, because we have been going a little sideways, basically sideways. All right, let me go ahead and pause it and I'll come back if we are about to get hit. All right, folks, just another quick update here. Things are starting to turn for us here. As you can see, the TRB is now crossing. Several of our TR combos are now red. Just got a red arrow. Blue line is crossed under the yellow line. And right now, this level is being used as support. So we're going to have to take a little bit of heat here. Hopefully it'll bounce off of it and continue to push up. But if not, it'll just be another loss. And I'll most likely just call it a day after this one. Let's watch it and see what happens. This is one reason why it's good to only take trades when you're beyond a level of support or resistance. And initially, my plan was to get out before this level. And as you guys saw, the market did come up to it, and it did reverse exactly where I thought it was going to. I just didn't have my stop or my take profit down low enough here to actually get out from it. This was another signal, if you guys recall. And we could have potentially got in right here on this blue bar. That would have been a pretty wide stop, 67 pips. Obviously, we could have cut that in half, and we would have been up at the most 36 pips at one point. So we definitely would have been able to take a profit on this one. Again, there's a level of support right beneath us, so taking a short trade right into that is not advised. Also, you guys will notice I haven't been using proper trade management at all. So I've kind of been all over the place today. Definitely want to give this room to breathe, but if I was using proper trade management, that should be back up there, and I should only be altering it. Or basically, I should be altering my stop and take profits at the same time, and not just having a huge stop and a small profit target. So we'll try to keep that in mind here. All right, I'll pause it and I'll come back once something happens. All right, folks, just another quick update. As you can see, market pretty much moves sideways here. It's back up to our break-even level. And I'd like to go ahead and see about getting out of this trade. And honestly, folks, just based on what I'm seeing here, I definitely like to just go ahead and shut this one down, just based on what I'm seeing from it. If we do break this level, the odds are high that we're going to get a nice push. But as far as me wanting to sit here and wait for it, I definitely don't think I want to at this point. So hopefully we'll get a nice little push up here, just so we can go ahead and jump out of this particular trade. Like I said earlier, I did a lot of things I wouldn't typically do today. First, obviously, was taking this trade with this level of resistance right above us. I typically like to take trades beyond those levels, but didn't do that today. Mainly because of the testing I was doing with the Intelligent Trade Finder, but like I said, we're just going to count everything that happens today, even though it was just basically a lot of testing, not necessarily focused on the signals or anything. All we have now is one red. Before we had, 3 of them. So things are definitely still looking positive for us. We got a larger green bar, smaller red bar. So hopefully that little push down has ended, and we'll continue to push up here. Got a green arrow. Blue line is crossed back above the yellow line. White line is now above the purple line again. I don't even think it ever crossed beneath it. Nope. Looks like it kind of bounced off of it. All right, we need about 3 pips up, and we'll be out of that first order. And I put it here so that the market doesn't have to surpass this level, because I don't know if it's going to use this now as resistance, which it probably will, because it's just about the same area as this one. All right, let me go ahead and pause it, and I'll come back hopefully once we get past that level. All right, folks, we've just pushed through our profit target. Haven't been taken out yet, but we have pushed through it. There it is. All right, now if we can get past this level right here, if we can get past this level, if we can get a nice push up, we'll be golden. So let's see what the market wants to do. Next level of potential resistance is way up here. Let's see if we can push past it. All right, it's not going up as fast as I'd like, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'll come back once something happens. All right, folks, as you can see, market came right back down. It touched that level and bounced right off of it heavily. This is why I pay so much attention to these levels of support and resistance, as you guys have seen in my videos. This is why I don't take trades. Why I don't take buy trades into levels of resistance, and why I don't take sell trades into levels of support, because they tend to be respected. But also, if we break those levels, the market tends to give a nice heavy push. So that's always something good to remember. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down. We're now at 28 minutes. Our first trade was a loser, obviously, but I don't know. You guys can count that one or not count it. It's up to you. As you guys saw, I was just demonstrating how the ITF works, but I'm going to count it just for the sake of this testing, just so we can be fair with it. I want to show the losers as well as the winners. So, and we just had a second trade. Obviously, again, I was trying to just, take a trade with the ITF, and I ended up taking one right into this level of resistance. We were able to take out part of that trade here, and the second part was break even +1. So the second trade was a winner. So we're now at 19 trades with 3 losses. All right, folks. I was going to go ahead and shut it down, but I will also mention this is going to be good for individuals that I guess maybe aren't able to sit in front of their computer for at least an hour a day. For me, I'm not sure how useful it would be, because I'm able to simply, go through and just scroll, because I can sit here for an hour in the morning time without too much of a problem. Another good use is if you're able to be home but not necessarily right in front of your computer, you're definitely going to be able to find use with the ITF, because it's going to make that noise. And once it makes that noise, you can come back to your computer and see what trade setup you want to look at taking, or which ones you might want to look at skipping. And lastly, the higher time frames. I can definitely see this as being a good thing for the higher time frames, especially for people using it with the 4-hour time frames, where you might have a job or you might be out of the house quite a bit. If you get a text message from the ITF telling you, you need to come back and take a look at this trade setup, you'll definitely have time to come back, evaluate it, and decide whether or not you want to get in. So there is value here. And you also have the ability, like I said, to remove it just by pressing that. Or you can press this auto trader button and it will shut it down that way as well. All right, so today was basically focused on the ITF, just so you guys can see how everything works with it. I think I showed you guys everything I wanted to. Let's just do a quick scroll through here. If you recall this trade, would have got in on that bar, obviously. 54.60 definitely would have been a winning trade. And again, this one here continued pushing down. Definitely would have been another winning trade here. So it is what it is. I took that first trade without checking some of these other opportunities. And I believe this bar here was the one we would have got entered in. So this one, about 10 pips, we would have most likely pulled down our stop here. That's 14, so we wouldn't have hit our profit target yet on this one. We would have came close, but we'd still be in this trade. This one obviously would have been a winner. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send them my way. And again, we're now 19 overall trades with 3 losses. Take care, folks.